offset. Today we are going to the Creative and Cultural Strategy for Milton Keynes workshop from 2023 to 2027.
We're excited to hear what they have to say about the future of Milton Keynes.
We'll see you inside.
It was just a good way to connect with people from different areas of Milton Keynes. Some were from the council, some were artists, some were just freelance, some were architects, and everyone's intake and perspective on the questions that were delivered to us. And it was just a good way to take in different opinions and develop on it with our own opinions. About the future of Milton Keynes and the culture surrounding Milton Keynes, and ways to combat bad conceptions placed on Milton Keynes.
We got to do a bit of debating as well with other people, whether we agreed or didn't agree, which was quite interesting because we got a range of opinions, whether we felt good with them or we didn't. It was really nice to hear other people's thoughts and
I think the thing that I felt most passionate about in this conversation was the kind of we had questions around creativity and education, and that's something I'm very passionate about anyway. So I think I really felt that because I wanted to. I really think that it's important that there's a lot more learning through being creative, and that it's not just the English, maths, science, that it's also the drama, the music, the art.
It was interesting to hear about things needed to develop Milton Keynes, because we all benefit from it, but we don't hear what goes on behind to create stuff like that. So it was interesting to hear everyone that's involved in stuff like that, architects, the council, things that you need to do for funding, things that you need to do for promotion and advertising, and what crowd to go after to get these kind of things.
I also enjoyed talking about the developments that we're looking into in Milton Keynes, and whether that's bringing back some of the old things we had. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
To develop them into newer and better things that would brighten, enlighten, and just make better spirits of our city.
Yeah, I find it really interesting looking at what was culture, because for me personally, I think a lot of people, culture is not necessarily what's always recognised in institutions, but it's what we're creating every day in communities with each other. How as a city do we kind of make space for that and facilitate that, rather than not taking from it, but giving space and giving it more opportunity to kind of thrive and great, because it's already there. How can we embrace that further?
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to see active change being made. I want people to take what was said and actually do it, rather than just keep talking about it, because otherwise I don't think it makes a difference. Mm-hmm. Also, all of the questions and stuff that we put online, I want people to kind of be able to access that and kind of use that to create that change, and kind of I definitely want young people's voices kind of to be leading that, I think.
Yeah, more into, there can be a million meetings about the future of Milton Keynes and what to do. It's really about putting it into play.
Yeah, I think firstly I would hope that we're some of the first people to feedback on this strategy as young people, but I hope we're some of the first, and there will be many more people after us that get an opportunity to contribute and feedback.
Otherwise it's all just a waste of time. There's so many creative minds in there's so many good ideas. Collaboration and really putting it into action is what will change, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah, and it was a really interesting insight into how the council comes up with creative strategies for the city, in a space where young people might not always get a chance to feedback, so felt really lucky in that regard. We'll be interested to see how they take on the things that we shared on our tables and as groups with other people into implementing the updated cultural strategy.